transportation, as well as great mountain biking. Morten Jemtegaard now from Norway on the course, and look at the fog, and the rain is really coming down right now. And Margaret, that is a big, big factor for these men as they take to the course.
The rain is just whipping down now. You can see the track is turning into a fog. It's so chopped up also because the women's course just before.
You're absolutely right about that, as Jemtegaard now coming down over the berm around the final set of switchbacks right now. Watch the arms take the beating. He's trying desperately to get some traction down there. It will be Jemtegaard setting the time to beat. Here it is, 7:10.08 for the Norwegian Morten Jemtegaard. That is the fastest time we have had so far. At the top, Darren Henderson riding for Diamondback of the United States, and hurdling off this start. Getting a good start is very important indeed.
Yeah, under these conditions, the riders are really trying to find a way to cut the rain line.
And Darren Henderson coming down to the bottom of the course. A terrific run for him right now. And he is going to move into the lead at 7:08.03, the time to beat it. There is the camaraderie of the sport, which is so wonderful. Lee Donovan, Julie Furtado, Susan DiMattei, and David Weens all gathered around, cheering on Darren Henderson. And a well-deserved pat on the back for a great run. It's back to the top. Jimmy Kite now out of the United States, riding for Dos Equis Barracuda. Very, very strong, well-experienced rider. And he is carrying the speed extremely well through those turns, and that's what you want to do, Margaret.
The pressure's really on to beat those previous times. Yeah, you can see he's riding on the edge here, just trying to make it down there.
Remember, the fastest time we've had is that of Darren Henderson. Will Jimmy Kite do it? No, not enough. Not enough. After the top, Philippe Caracas, the Swiss rider, very decorated, very well known in this sport. Can he do it today?
Philippe just doesn't seem to be attacking today. I don't know what the problem is. He was a bit jittery up at the top. You might want to notice his body armor. The Europeans are famous for this. Complete coverage.
And Philippe Caracas now coming to the lower part of the course. It is extraordinary, the crowds that have come out here to Mont-Sainte-Anne today, despite the weather. And they've been very encouraging for the riders. Caracas now coming down. He is well off the mark. 7:24.47 is his time. At the top right now, Chris O'Driscoll, one of the outstanding new downhillers from the United States, out of Thousand Oaks, California. Very good bike handler, a very aerodynamic. Look at the flat back as he goes through that speed trap area, trying to be as smooth as he possibly can be. Setting the foot out for that pivot as he goes around the corner. This tricky downhill right now, it's amazing to me that everybody has stood up so far. We haven't had any major falls today yet. Now coming down to the bottom part of the course, it is a fine run. This is one of the faster times we have seen, 7:18.69 for Chris O'Driscoll. And at the top now we go to the Spanish rider, Cortez. Coming down through these very, very difficult conditions, trying to get some traction on the grass, Margaret.
He's simply not attacking as well as O'Driscoll was at this point. Yeah, you can see the fear factor really increasing as the track deteriorates. Whoa, he's starting to lose it here, I can see.
The new Spanish rider, look at the skidding all over the course right now, and that is going to cost time. Coming out of the lower part of the course, not enough to break the top five. And Mark Brooks, well done. Talk about a great show. Let's go back up to the top of the downhill course. Chris Lawrence out of British Columbia, Canada, and Margaret, certainly one of the top Canadian downhillers in the field.
I think he's going to be the next Andrew Chandro. This Canadian is a fine downhiller. He shows great control. He knows how to speed through those corners. He's one of the Canadians to watch.
Yes, and Chris Lawrence has his work cut out for him today, because coming up next, we're going to be taking a look at Albert Eiton, and he is so good. Look at the fall there. That is very costly. And now coming down to the finish line, Chris Lawrence. This is a very respectable time of 7:15.87. Now to the top, as we told you, Albert Eiton, 32 years old, riding for Team Wheeler, one of the great all-around riders. And like John Tomac, this guy does very well at the downhill as well as the cross-country. Albert Eiton is strong. Watch him pedaling and carrying his speed while others are content just a glide in places. Eichen is pushing, pushing, pushing all the time.
He came second last year in the World Cup finals in Berlin. You can see that he's trying to maintain his speed through this treacherous bog. It's really hard in this mud.
Eichen coming down to the lower part of the course right now. It is a little bit over 5 kilometers in length. And Eichen is going to have, he will have the fastest time so far, 7:08.01. At the top, Juan Pablo Santiago's. Can he catch Albert Eichen? Santiago's from Chile. One of the very strong and promising downhillers from that country. And this is a great run for him. He is pedaling hard, now coming to the finish line, and Santiago's now moved into the lead. 7:04.45 for Juan Pablo Santiago. Raising his hand, he is in the lead. At the top, Antti Laho now will try to catch Juan Pablo Santiago. Laho from Finland, former BMX and motorcycle racer, extremely strong, fearless, and a great descender. Watch the bike handling skills right here.
But you can see that he's being pretty cautious. The bike's really neutral under him. He's handling it very well, but he doesn't want to wipe out.
Antti Laho of Finland on a mission right now. Can he supplant the time set by Juan Pablo Santiago? It's a good run, but it is not going to be enough. The time, 7:21.17. Now at the top, Christian Taillefer from France. An amazing story. Not only a bronze medal at the Worlds a couple of years ago, but this guy has gone 147 kilometers per hour on the snow and ice of the speed skiing track at Les Arcs in France, site of the Olympic competition in '92 in Albertville. An amazing performance. This guy is fearless, gutsy. Christian Taillefer from Vars in France, coming down. He is 24 years old, and around the final turn. How's he look to you, Margaret?
He was looking so strong, but the track was just glue up there, so I think he lost a lot of time.
And his time comes up now, 7:15.98 for Christian Taillefer, exhausted, collapsing on the grass at the finish line. And he has got to be disappointed with that performance. Hey, we've got more to come, but here's a mountain bike tip.
Main thing you should really look for is to make sure your brakes aren't rubbing the rim or the tire. Make sure this is all sweet. You also want to make sure your gears are in perfect working order, because if you miss a shift, you might lose that critical second or two that could cost you the race. Just make sure every bolt is tight, and everything should be right.
We'll be back with more World Cup action in a moment. At the top of the course right now, we'll turn to action. Rob Warner from Great Britain. All my British friends and journalists say that this is one of the very promising downhillers to come along. And of course, they're very happy to see it. Strong, powerful, good bike handler. And the rain is coming down in sheets right now. It is very, very tough. You might think this is distracting, Margaret, but people tell me they barely notice it.
Peter, that's just the adrenaline speaking. He's got to get right up on the grass here to try to get some traction with his tires.
Now Warner coming down to the lower part of the course right now through this tent, which has been a haven for a lot of people today. Brushing the crowd back. Rob Warner is going to have a terrific run. This, in fact, is going to be the fastest run of the day. 7:04.44. Rob Warner in the lead right now, and there is but one left that can supplant the performance of Rob Warner and Francois Gachet. This is Jürgen Beneke, the great German rider, giving us a lesson in speed. He is amazing, Margaret.
It's also a lesson in courage. Look at this guy. No body armor, and he's just blasting down that trail.
All the technology on this bike, advanced technology, suspension systems, all of them are using it right now, and they're pushing the bikes to the limit. Beneke won the overall World Cup last year. He's a great athlete. Used to play professional hockey as well in Overstorp, the great jumping town. This is the fastest time. It is the fastest time. Jürgen Beneke comes down 6:59. He's gone under 7. He's gone under 7. Beneke has done it. He has taken the lead. He will win the competition today. An incredible performance for Jürgen Beneke of Germany. Certainly a thrilling performance for Jürgen Beneke, the German, and he is so happy about it, and the crowd loves it. He'll have the gold medal tonight. And let's take a look at the scoreboard. Beneke on top, followed by Francois.